Hey guys, Joe Blue here, back again with another episode of Filthy Hunt Cheaters. Sorry for the break for a week, but I was sorting out a new microphone, new audio system and whatnot. So I just took a break because it'll be easier just to put some clips out. We're going to get into some Hunt Showdown clips. I'm going to basically go through the remaining clips that I have. I'm going to dig deep through the remaining files and sort them out. I don't know when I'm next going to be playing Hunt Showdown. Probably not until the new update, most likely. There might be some games in between there playing solo. I know for a fact that I don't know anybody that wants to play the game with me right now because of the cheaters. It's pretty bad in the game right now. So if there will be any new games, they'll probably be solo games. I'm going to go through a few clips here today. First clip is going to be of suspected wall hacks. Going to do the usual. I'm going to play the clip and then I'm going to go through and I'm going to comment on the clip and give my opinion on why I think this person might be cheating, likely to be cheating, just so that people understand that this isn't a channel where I know for a fact people are cheating. I'm going to argue that I think they're likely to be cheating based off of the reasoning that I give. Now I can be wrong and I can make mistakes. This happens from time to time, but like I cannot be 100% correct all of the time. It's physically impossible. And just because I might be wrong once, it does not undo any of the times that I've been correct. Like I can't be wrong all the time just because I was wrong once. I can't be right all of the time. It's not possible. Mistakes are going to happen. That's just the way that it goes. But we're going to get straight into this first clip right here, and I'm going to comment afterwards as usual.
You know, OLED burning sort of stuff. It's just like dimming stuff. You can turn it off. If it sees like something's there for so long, it just knows what to do. It'll just like slightly dim it or something. Was that ours?
Yeah. Other one. Could end up in a gauntlet situation.
Oh, someone's been here. Yeah. What was it?
And you know, as you can see, as soon as I come over this ramp here, you're going to see that this guy's on top of this carriage, this cart, looking directly at me. Now you can say, oh well, he heard you. I mean, like you ain't hearing. Like you're not hearing footsteps at this distance. You're not hearing it, and he's not going to be seeing that either as you're crossing over a bridge. It's highly unlikely that that's the case. It seems more likely that this dude's got wall hacks, sees where we're coming, has set up a position of which is likely that we would cross because the bounty is clearly either a coal company or Weeping Stone Mill, and so he's probably got wall hacks, ESP, probably already knows where the bounty actually is, and it would make tactical sense to literally just sit on the bridge because we've got to cross this river, so he could probably see that anybody who's over this side would be coming, they'd be able to shoot from pretty much any angle at which they come from the bridge, so it makes perfect sense. So the fact that he's sitting there looking directly at me when we come over here is highly likely that this guy's got wall hacks, right, to be sitting there looking right at me. Check the guy's account. The guy's called Brobert the Joker. Total Bounty. He's played the game for quite some time. It's a fairly well played account, but again, KDA of 168, that's way above the suspicious amount of KD. Anything above 1.40, I would say anything above 1.40 is suspicious. Now I'm not saying that it makes you a cheater if you have a KD of 140. I'm saying it's suspicious. If you're going above that into this sort of territory, I'd say you're probably a cheater. He's also 5-star MMR, and if you're in 5-star, 6-star, it's highly likely that you're a cheater to get there, in my opinion, based off of the gameplay footage of people I've seen playing 5-star, people who send me their footage like idiots and expose themselves as cheaters, and just the fact of how cheaty it is in 3-star and 4-star, that it must be even more cheaty in the MMR above those ranks. And check their profile from Germany, which I believe off the top of my head, I have the cheater tier list. The cheater region tier list is number 1 is China, number 2 is Russia, and I think slot number 3 is Germany. They are also a country that is full of cheaters. And this clip here likely to be an aimbot or wall hacks at the very least, maybe even both, but it's a pretty straightforward clip. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. It's just a case of his reactions are super fast basically.
Where's the fucking end? He's above me. I mean, why do they keep dark sighting? It's like, you know. I think they're on the stairwell over here. There is a lift that they can jump down, I believe. Close to the door, I think. On my side. Maybe. Up here somewhere. Keep dog sighing, so I don't know why. Cheating. Cheaters. Cheating, man. Shot me through the floorboards, shot me literally through the floor, innit? They knew exactly where I was. They got the enhanced dark sight, innit? That's why they keep dark sighting.
And basically opens the door and immediately shoots me in the head. Now I'm wearing, I think it's the nun skin, so it's fairly dark. The top of the hat is pretty dark. It's a pretty dark area, and I'm sort of below the steps, so you can only really see the tip of my head at this point, right? Maybe they can see the face, but even if they see the face, the reaction to actually shoot me is crazy, right? Like, it's crazy insane to hit me with that kind of reaction speed. Okay, so based on the fact that they kept dark sighting over and over again, it's pretty much cut and dry to me that they had enhanced dark sight. Nobody else had a bounty at this point in the game. There's no special event to get another bounty. That is just many months before that event happened. So it seems highly likely the reason why they keep dark sighting is because they have the enhanced dark sight as if they had the bounty when they don't have the bounty legitimately. And they may also have no shadow exploit or something else to help them see in the dark, just because of the sheer reactions. Even if they know where I am, to see me react to me that fast would mean that they had something else helping them. They might even have an aimbot, but at the very least they have enhanced dark sight. The fact that they kept dark sighting, they must have dark sighted at least 6 to 7 times within a short space of time. So we've got this guy called Ash Trace, which is the guy that downed me. Total bounty is quite low, and we have anime profiles. We've got the anime borders, we've got the anime avatar, 11-year-old account, minimum of 100 plus games. Okay, so the next clip here is from a Soul Survivor game. It's a pretty much clear case of aimbot or wall hacks, probably both, in which their reactions are just too crazy to be legit, in my opinion. Okay, so it's pretty much a self-explanatory clip. We'll come to the most incriminating part. So this is Soul Survivor. The Soul Survivor's already on the map. I'm basically running towards them. So somebody's already on this pathway, already waiting for me, takes a shot at me. This is already very suspicious, because if the Soul Survivor is already known on the map, then you'd think everybody would already be on their way to the Soul Survivor, to the wellspring. And for this person to be sitting there waiting there would seem like potentially they're teaming with the dude who is Soul Survivor. Now, I've had this happen a few times in Soul Survivor, in which it would seem there's a player that is trying to keep other people away from the person with the wellspring, because logic would tell you here that everyone would just run for the wellspring to get the wellspring. For them to be waiting there means that they had knowledge that I was coming. You can't say, well, they heard me, because if they can hear me, I should be able to hear them. So that's the general reasoning. If I'm in audible range, they should be in audible range. So if they're not moving and staying silent and I'm in audible range, it would mean that they were already waiting for me in advance to have heard me, and for me to have not heard them, which would mean it would be likely that they have wall hacks. So they hit me. I run around here for cover. Hear the footsteps, I go for the wall bang through, well, not technically a wall bang, but a shot through the bush. Bad shot. I think it was more to the left actually. And then this is the suspicious part, is immediately runs around on this angle in which like the shot on me is so small, the window to hit me is so small, to run around bang, instant reaction. Like I've barely even been able to react to him moving to take the shot myself. So he runs around, that's the person there, and as soon as before I've even had a chance to readjust and react to where he actually is, but he takes the shot right on this absolute narrowest of narrowest angles instantly with instant reaction. Extremely suspicious. And it's a headshot as well, so it's not like he hit me in the arm or anything. He ran around, went bang, headshot, super fast reaction. I don't think I have this person's profile. Okay, so as a little bonus here, I'm going to address somebody that's been arguing with me in my comments, as you know, I get so many of those, by the name of For the Heads. This guy right here, who is just going for the usual rhetoric of, you know, you're hard stuck, 2-star, 3-star, whatever, you're shit at the game, blah blah blah, trying to go through point by point, telling me why I'm bad at the game. And all he did really was expose that he doesn't really know anything about the game. He thinks stealth play means you're a rat. And I'm like, there's a difference between stealthy play and being a rat, of which he agreed, but then went on to basically accuse all of my stealth gameplay as being a rat, even though I'm most of the time pushing and being the aggressor. I don't know how you can be a rat if you're the aggressor. But anyway, he wants to show me all of his footage to show what a real 5-star, what a real skilled player looks like. And of course, I didn't watch all of it. I watched it all the way up to the point in which he incriminated himself that he's actually cheating, of which I already suspected he was a cheater by the fact of the way that he was acting. So we'll just watch a few of his shots and then I'll just show the actual clip that basically proves he cheats, in my opinion. And I believe this section here is the shot that basically proves he's cheating, at least in my opinion. That shot right there is classic sweeping across the target and just getting the shot along the way maneuver that Rakta tends to use a lot. Ratchtaz, Rotters, Ricotta Z, you know. So Rakta, he tends to do that as well, right? The sweeping shit that I pointed out is probably indicative of somebody using a trigger bot. I believe in this case it's probably just like trigger bot silent aim, something like that. Watch the shot again. I mean, it's so slow and nonchalant, the way he just casually just goes across the target, like he can't even be bothered to pretend to aim like it was a legitimate shot, because most people just flick real fast. He's just like, I'll just brush it across the target. I can't be bothered, mate. I'm just going to be like, I use my Jedi mind powers on you. Boom, you're dead. Like, just doesn't give a fuck to even bother pretending to aim. Just, I just move it across. Let's watch it in slow-mo. Pulls out is Bornheim here and just goes super casually straight across the target. The animation of the gun does like a weird like lock into position jutteriness, and you go here, let's go frame by frame, and he'll probably say like did the shot go there, because he'll probably claim, oh, but the shot went before the muzzle flash. It went before the muzzle flash, like Fritz Flitz would claim, right? Oh, but it was the shot before, it's just the animation is delayed and all this sort of nonsense. So what we're going to say, this shot here, then there's a big jump here, like between these two frames there's a big jump. Neither one of them is fully on the head correctly. So let's go in increments. Let's just go through in increments, right? So we can see step by step by step by step. It's going like that, like perfectly as normal as you'd expect when you're moving your aim across. But then as soon as it comes from here, from here, big jump to the other side of the head. There's a weird, this is the juttering locked on thing that I'm talking about. You can sort of see the inconsistency when he moves across it. There's a inconsistent variance all of a sudden from this point to this point that you can even see in the aim, that just like, why is there this strange inconsistency at this point where neither crosshair is ever properly on the head at all. There's another frame after this, so what frame is it that the shot actually happens, right? So did the shot happen on this frame where it's not really on the head, it's like slightly to the left, like it might count as a headshot? Or is it this shot here which isn't on the head? Or is it this shot here, is it this frame here that where the shot comes out? Because neither of these shots are on the head here. And then the next shot we get the actual muzzle flash where you assume like the shot actually happens because that's where the hammer hits the back of the gun, right? And the shot actually comes out. So you'd think this is where the shot was shot and it's not on the target at all. So there's a weird frame skip here like you see in Fritz Flitzers where he has these weird frame skips, and sometimes it would seem like in some cases he adds a frame in between these snaps to make it seem less blatant, but there's something strange going on here. So what are you going to say, like there's 3 frames of delay before the bullet actually comes out? So you're going to say, oh, the bullet's not been shot yet, the bullet's not been shot yet, the bullet's not been shot yet, bullet gets shot? Or you're going to say that you shot here and then there was 1, 2, 3 frames of delay before the muzzle flash actually happens and the shot comes out? Is that what you're going to say? Or do you think that maybe there's some silent aim going on here? There you go. One more time. And again, sweeping across the target, nobody does this. It's completely unintuitive way of aiming to just move your aim across a target and then shoot along the way. It's like patting your head and rubbing your stomach at the same time. Like, yeah, it can be done, but it's unintuitive for the human brain to operate that way. Now, you can train your brain to work that way so you can do it, but why would you practice to shoot in a way that is clearly inferior to just flicking to target and shooting? What tactical benefit is there for sweeping across a target and shooting along the way other than increasing the margin of error? This guy for the heads. Now, based off of his avatar here, it's highly likely that this person is from the UK and highly likely that he is my age or older. I'm 37. There's a good chance that he might even be older than that. This guy might even be in his 40s, potentially even his 50s, because this logo here is the old Metalheadz logo, which is an early 90s drum and bass record label that was set up by Goldie, who did Inner City Life and a lot of classic D&B tracks from the early 90s. So that pretty much does it for today. Also, I've got my new microphone now. This is the new mic that I've got. Potentially looking to start streaming, potentially somewhere either in the middle or the end of July. I don't know for certain yet. And that again is pretty much it for today's episode. Take it easy. GG's. Peace.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.